Welcome back to UA Anime Club, Figure Eight's podcast where we talk about all things My Hero Academia, anime, everything's great. Last week we talked about what?
What the?
Oh, hey Matt,
what
what
the fuck are you doing? What the fuck do you think this is? You know where you are?
We're recording the UA Anime Club episode. We just watched My Hero Academia, like season 6 episode.
I don't give a fuck what you watched. I don't give a fuck what you watched.
What do you mean?
I don't give a fuck what you watched.
It's doing really well. We get like
I don't give a fuck what you watched.
A consistent amount of views. I mean, like what
I'm gonna fuck you up.
What do you mean?
Damn! Yeah! Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Finalhazard. I don't know. Welcome back to another episode of the Finalhazard podcast. I'm your host, Matt, and as always... Math? Who the fuck is Matt? I'm gonna
restart.
Keep that in, though. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to another episode of the Finalhazard podcast. I'm your host, Matt, and as always, I'm joined by...
Hey, it's me, Doc. I think you killed Seth earlier, so I'll have to get. Hang on, let me see if I can. Oh, here we go. I've got Robot Seth here, so he's exactly like Seth, only he's got a cold exterior. Come on, wake up.
Oh, that is a corpse sitting right there.
Leave that alone. That's my blow up doll.
What the fuck?
What?
I don't like that.
Oh god.
I don't like how you just called the human version of me your little blow up doll.
Okay, no, you're the human version.
The bit ended after the intro rolled.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Seth. It's nice to see you.
I like Robot Seth better.
Sorry.
Anyway.
And today we are joined by Liam, Doc, Ivan, and Micah. There you go.
Yeah.
Liam, after 7 months.
Fellas, I am back. I was in the gulag.
He was fighting for his life.
I was fighting for my life with my dorm mate Kermit the Frog.
And then violating the Geneva Conventions.
The Geneva Conventions, the only con I've ever been to.
What did you buy any merch?
No, but I did cosplay the little girl from Spy X Family.
Understandable.
That's your icon for the rest of this episode. It has like the hair.
Yeah.
Just like a little bit over
it. Holy based.
Anyway, fellas, what are we talking about today?
Okay, yeah, I know exactly what we were talking about because I planned this episode, right. So Sonic Prime, Sonic the Hedgehog Prime, the Netflix animated series.
Sonic Primal, the new Transformers series.
Yeah, for sure. Is it's coming out in December. What was the release date again? December 15th?
Yep, I believe December 15th.
It's dropping
December 15th.
That's right.
It's dropping December 15th on Netflix, so we won't be watching it. No, I'm joking. I'm lying.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
lying.
We are?
Pretty sure everyone here is going to catch at least a few episodes.
And then
why would we?
And it's the game.
Sonic fans.
And at the time we were recording this, we are Sonic Frontiers, just a week away. Wow, just a week away.
Just a week away.
2 weeks.
Just a week away. Just a week away.
Crazy.
Just a week away.
I have who here's pre-ordered it?
I did.
Me.
I have, yeah.
I have 2 pre-orders.
Jesus
Why
Christ.
do you have 2 pre-orders?
Switch and PC.
Oh, okay.
I'm able to get it at a discount because I pre-ordered it where I work. So lucky me.
I
Smart man.
I have the PS5.
Wait, I'll say how much of a discount you get.
Fuck, I know.
I have
Real.
I have the PS5 version pre-ordered from GameStop. It should be arriving like release day or the day after.
Me
Ah,
as
you-
well.
I'm getting it on
you're-
my Game Boy Advance.
You're a man who lets your games get shipped. I am a man who goes directly to the source. And I grab.
My man.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Matt,
go into
Waiting.
GameStop.
You're the only person who's entered a GameStop in the in the past 5 years.
I went to one recently.
I went there. I went to GameStop, got rid of like 5 games, and used the money that I got from those games to pay for my Sonic Frontiers pre-order.
What 5 games did you sell?
Well, yeah, what did you sacrifice?
WWE 2K19.
Oh, fair.
Jump Force. They didn't take Jump Force, but I left it on the counter anyway.
They refused to take it.
They
They were like,
refused.
we
Well, 'cause they
we
don't sell
don't want
Jump
this
Force.
shit.
Yeah,
They
oh
don't
no,
sell
because
that game anymore. It doesn't
Jump
Yeah.
Force is dead. Jump Force is dead.
Wait, it's physically broken?
Like no, it's literally like they
The
shut down the
servers are
server. They
down.
shut down the
Yeah.
servers. Everything. The game is unplayable.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
They pulled it off They pulled it off like all the stores. Like they don't sell the game. They don't support it anymore. It's like completely gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Because I played it for 5 minutes and got upset because the textures were ugly. Pokemon Sun. And
Pokemon Sun.
and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Something
They
or other.
take 3DS games still?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
That is
They
so
they
funny.
resell all the Pokemon games for like $60, dude. Have you
Oh,
not
that
been
is
seeing?
true.
Have you not been seeing
That
the
is true.
TikToks?
Yeah,
I
saw-
don't like Pokemon. I don't pay attention to what they sell.
My copy of that game is gonna be being sold for like $80.
Probably.
and they gave you
on
probably
that,
5 for it.
They give me
You know,
like
on that-
15.
on that topic, I just realized Scarlet and Violet's coming out in November as well.
It's coming out.
There you
It's
go.
coming out. It's coming out in 2 weeks. Didn't pre-order that game because
Mhm.
holy shit.
Bro, I forgot
Hold on.
Pokemon existed until that commercial of like the lady talking to the dog like came out where she like passes out because the dog just reeks of some shit. You got the Axe body spray that it's just knocking her out like chloroform.
I just on that sub, I just kind of remembered as well. A topic of games are coming out. God of War is probably quaking in its boots right now. Frontiers is
True.
on the way.
Sonic Frontiers. Sonic fucking Frontiers, the God of War killer.
The God of
Kratos who? We got the real fucking AAA title, man.
The-
We got a little off track here. Sonic Prime.
Yeah. So
We got the second teaser trailer,
Mhm.
which shows off a bit more about what exactly is happening in the show. And Sonic messed up.
Yeah,
Sonic
so
fucked up.
basically, like in all Sonic stories, it is entirely his fault because he's a little fucking idiot. That's
He's
not
not
thinking about
a hero.
anything. But also, I think so. Basically, for those who haven't seen the trailer, I'm just going to recap very quickly. Sonic's fighting Eggman. Eggman has like a little crystal, and he says like, "Oh, this is my dimensional like amethyst or some bullshit."
it's the primal. It's the fucking
The Paradox Prism.
paradox prism. Yeah.
The Paradox Prism, and Sonic instantly destroys it. We've done this all before. It happens
Yeah.
constantly. And then Sonic gets sent to different dimensions with all of his different friends, and I think it's really cool because we got a whole new voice cast for this.
Yeah.
All
Mhm.
Canadian.
All
Yeah,
Canadian.
Canadians. Yeah.
Sadly.
A lot of them are very familiar face names as well.
Yeah.
They've all been out of work since Total Drama Island.
Exactly.
That's so fucked up. Grog Band exists.
Yeah.
We can, I can,
Crash band.
I can,
should
I
we
can
run
list
down,
off
should we run down the
confirmed
list?
roles. Yeah. So obviously we've got Devin Mack as Sonic. We already knew
Mhm.
that. We knew Brian Drummond was in it, and we thought, is he going to be Knuckles again? No, he's Eggman.
Yeah.
Rapscallion. Is Ashley Bell confirmed tail?
Ashley Ball is Tails.
Ball, yeah.
Is it Ball or Bell?
Ball.
Ball.
I thought it was Bell. I don't know. What the fuck.
Adam
Somebody-
Narada as Knuckles. Shannon Chan Kent as Amy Rose. Kazumi Evans as Rouge the Bat. And Ian Hanlon as Shadow the Hedgehog and Big the Cat.
Okay, so funny thing about Cosme Evans is I'm pretty sure I might be misremembering, but I saw it in a tweet in passing. But she was in the Sonic movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was
Yeah, she
Shannon.
plays-
That was Shannon Shan Kent.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
She was
Wrong.
one of the waitresses in the first movie during like
Yeah.
the bullet time thing.
Well, that kind of makes sense because that movie was shot in Canada. So, yeah.
Wait a minute, that movie was shot in Canada but took place in like Minnesota or whatever, Michigan. Where does that movie take place?
Seth,
Who-
you're not
who
gonna
gives-
like
who-
this. A majority of movies that take place in like major cities do not get shot in major cities. A majority
they're
of
in Canada.
Spider-Man, isn't a majority of Spider-Man shot in like Atlanta?
Yeah, it's cheaper there. Canada should be awarded Best Actress because she plays so many roles. Michigan,
Yeah.
Montana, New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever the fuck Greg Heffley lives.
Exactly.
Greg Heffley.
Yeah. But yeah,
But so Sonic breaks the prism and
He goes into the Spider-Verse.
goes into the
Yep.
Spider-Verse, and we I guess I'm assuming that we only see footage from episode 1, which is confirmed to be a 40-minute like premiere movie.
Yeah.
So, and he goes to
Yeah.
like this like dimension where I guess it's kind of like forces where Eggman's taken over the world.
There's
And,
there's a council of Eggmen.
There's like a council of Eggman
Mm-hmm.
and like in
It's all-
shadows.
and it's already way more interesting than whatever Forces was trying to set up. So
It's giving Sad AM, but if Sad AM was actually cool.
It's
Yeah.
giving Phineas and Ferb Enter the Second Dimension.
True.
A truly better piece of media.
For sure.
I'm
Yeah.
joking. It looks very cool. We get a lot of very fun squatch and stretch that I don't think we actually get to see a lot in the series, considering that most of the animation, half the games, has no expression whatsoever. It's really fun to
Yeah.
watch that.
Mhm.
I always
Uh,
have
but I-
stilts.
I do want to bring up one very big controversy. I don't know how you guys feel about this. I know this might get a little heated and a little political for the podcast,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
I need to talk about it. Rouge. Where are the knockers, bro?
They fucked
Where-
up.
They
I'll tell you exactly
where did her
No.
breasts go?
I'll tell
Where
you
are
exactly
they?
where they are.
Where are they hiding them, Seth?
They're,
You don't have the answer, Seth. You
Yes,
don't have
I
the
do.
answers.
You see, her zipper's all the way up, so they're just super compressed. It's a really tight bodysuit. And when
This
she,
is so fucked up.
I
when
don't
she-
give a shit.
This
I don't
is
fucking give a
not-
I
shit.
should
Where
at
are
least
they?
see a little nipple.
Where
The outlines of a nipple.
I guess
I
if we're
demand it
talking
in my
about
children's
designs-
media.
where are the
I guess-
Batubies? Where are the Batubies, man?
This is
I
not
guess we're
how I
talking
about
expected
this.
this to go.
We're talking
Listen.
about designs now.
You all
Um,
make me sick.
Can I say one thing first, though?
No,
What?
we're talking about designs now.
No, it has something to do with designs.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it for a fucking fact. Robo Amy be giving that wild brain, dude.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
You know, it was quite peaceful without you here for the last 7 months.
Oh god.
Liam, keep your windows closed tonight, okay, buddy?
Anyway, as we're going to talk about these designs, what do you all think of them? Because I got things to say.
Well,
Actually,
So, are we-
run them down like because someone posted an image. Run them down like from like left to right.
I also kind of wanted to, before we talk about like the like alternate universe design, I also want to talk about the main,
That's how they
like
normally look.
the normal designs. I think because there are a few, they are pretty much, with the exception of Rouge, basically their main series counterparts, but there are a few like aspects. Like Knuckles is clearly a lot more furry in the chest area. I cannot reach my phone right now.
Yeah.
I'll
Amy's
mute your
got
phone.
Amy's got these noticeable little cuffs around where her sleeves are now.
Yeah.
It's very minor. Everyone. I'll probably just say this. Like, this is probably the best everyone's ever looked in the series so far.
The main universe versions.
Yeah, main universe versions. Like everyone, this is like the best everyone's ever looked. Like, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
They also add like this artistic like fur texture to everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Uh,
everyone's got like noticeable like fur, and actually also something I realized that everyone has a neck now.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they all have necks and shoulders to some degree, for like rigging purposes, I believe.
Mm.
I think some characters it is done benefits, others it has not. Sonic's shoulders always look a little bit fucked up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a
his
fan.
shoulders are strange. His shoulders are very strange.
I'm a fan of everyone's redesign and the slightest aspects changes to them, except Shadow, whose head is fucking massive.
Is it his head that's
Strange.
massive, or is his quills just really like?
He's
far out?
he's very wide.
His head, he's built like a Funko Pop.
He's
He's built like
I hate-
Stanley SquarePants. It's very strange, and I feel like I could flip burgers with this.
okay.
head.
So like in Sonic's case, you can see Sonic and Shadow, because they're essentially the same character design wise. They have the same like wide head issue, but it's like with Shadow, it's a lot more pronounced because he has those protruding like
Quills.
yeah.
This
So
quill, his quills are more spread out, while Sonic's
They
is still
are.
like obviously he's just I don't know why it's so his quills are so spread out. I have no idea why they are. It's already just for like certain shots, because like there's other shots where he just looks fine. He just looks like Shadow.
Yeah.
But like I don't know why they have the quills so far out, but whatever.
No, I mean they've always been like that, but like not like
This
in
wide.
that way. Like I think it's also just the
Strange.
first time, and I just think it's also the first time that we've seen Shadow, actually animated and doing something for the first time in like years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they
can actually,
they
you
went.
know,
What are you talking about? We had Boom Shadow.
Shut the fuck up.
I just learned something, and this is the perks of having the Sonic Wiki up. Is Betty Kwong and Nicholas Cole, who are two people that have worked on Ninjago, Crash Bandicoot 4, and the Spyro Reignited trilogy,
Mhm.
were designers for this series.
Oh,
You
neat.
you can definitely see the Reignited trilogy like influences
Yeah.
yeah.
in
That's
the
a big thing I
character
heard about
designs.
the show before, like the trailers and everything, that the Crash 4 team was on it.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's just like, "Oh my god, you can see it!" I'm like, "Yeah, you can see it." Because
Yeah,
it looks
and
cool.
the textures and shit.
So
The
can we
stretchiness of it all.
talk about can we give a rundown of like each like I guess alternate universe like design that we've seen?
Yeah.
Maybe.
'cause,
Yeah.
like,
So who do we want to
Tails-
start with first? Tails?
Let's just go like right to left on that picture.
Yeah.
Alright. Tails has pants, which I thought was a thing that the males could never wear pants, so
He also just doesn't have his tails. He just has like a spider like mech
Oh.
body.
He
Yeah.
has one tail that you see in a shot, and the rest
Oh,
is like
okay.
the spider.
Weird.
Damn.
it just
It also has a dope
yes.
mohawk.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. I like his hair.
Someone gave him that like gorilla hair gel that like spikes up the hair like
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what energy Tails gives off?
What?
I
What?
want to kill my mom.
I'm gonna kill my mom.
Kill my grandma.
And then we got Knuckles, who's like very.
He's kind of the
scruffed up.
same.
Yeah,
He is, but he's got,
What are you
like-
talking about?
Knuckles.
He's so different.
He's got like
busters on, dude.
he's got
got
scars.
a-
He has 3 knuckle spikes too. Now
He's got
so
a beanie on.
that's when you know it means he's serious.
Nah,
Yeah, he's got
fellas, this is a brand new Knuckles. That's not a beanie. That's a beret. Fellas, this is the brand new French Knuckles.
I hate to
Fucking
break it to you.
wee echidna.
I hate to break it to you. French Knuckles with a beret already existed, and it's a Ken Penders character.
Shut the fuck up. No,
Can we
it
talk
has.
some-
literally evil Knuckles.
No,
That's
can we-
who the character was.
No,
It's
can
we-
Knuckles.
It was
Can
just
we
evil
not
French
talk about
Knuckles
Ken-
with like a little mustache and a beret. He's like,
Can we not
He didn't have a
Can we not-
mustache, but he was French.
Okay.
not talk about Ken Penders in this episode, please?
No, he's a money.
I-
he's a money maker.
I have that
Oh,
bitch
fine.
muted on Twitter. I don't want to hear
He,
it.
he didn't answer my question.
And what? Oh God.
He probably has you blocked.
Now let's move on.
He has not answered any of my questions that I've asked him over the past 4 years. I think it's really fucked up.
I actually have a story relating to Ken Penders. So I think it was a year ago or something like that. I think it was me, Seth, and Poyo all had a joke where we were like, let's buy a Ken Penders IP because fucking he had started like licensing out Scourge and stuff like that to the alt-right Twitter comic, if I remember. And like over like all artists got like called out for being like really racist. So basically, I sent him an email thinking he wouldn't respond because his email had been like up for years and it was dead. And I was like, Mr. Penders, me and my associates would like to purchase one of your characters. And he responded. And he was like, I'd love to set up a meeting. And I think there was maybe like a solid couple days where we were like, so do we go through with this and like we try and like scam Ken Penders? Like, do we just like waste his time? We ended up ghosting him. So Ken, I'm really sorry, baby girl, but I'll get back to you on that email.
How much do you think Scourge is worth?
He might be trying to make a bag, bruh.
How much would you pay for Scourge?
10 cents.
I think we were trying to buy Enerjack, and I think he had no interest in selling him.
It was Enerjack.
10 cents in the gum off the bottom of my shoe. Real shit. For Guy Fieri the Hedgehog.
What brand of gum is it? Is it 5 or Bazooka?
It's extra. Extra.
From me.
No.
Okay, moving on from that. Amy, what happened?
She's dead.
She's the most radically different to everyone.
She fucking died. And you know what? The fan art that I've seen for this design of Amy has been nothing but like Sonic getting emasculated. Picked up by her and held. It's very insane.
It's just so like the basic idea of Sonami fan art right now is that picture of the guy sitting on the woman's lap and making out with her. That's the entire energy that we have for Sonami, and I'm kind of fucking with it now.
How to talk to short people.
Yeah,
Exactly.
or that one of the two ladies, the one tall and the one short, and then pressing her up against the wall. Y'all know that one. Y'all know the one.
Yeah, a good one. So I guess with Amy's like very noticeably radical and pretty much robotic design. So do you think they're going to bring back roboticization into this? Or do you think she just literally just got caught up in something and they had to build a robot body for her?
I think she's dead.
You think she's just she?
I think
we're never going to see. We're never going to see anything from that era ever again, including roboticization.
Fellas, this is the era for Sonami fans. We got a little bit of it in Frontiers. People got the energy, but I think for Prime we're getting a little bit because we got Robot Amy. She doesn't know how to love anymore. Sonic's going to teach her how to love again, and then he's going to abandon her in that completely destroyed dimension. But like, we want to acknowledge that. That's my headcanon for how it's going to go.
I think roboticization is still around. It has a different name though. Because there was that Forces promo video with like the Eggman like join the Eggman Empire commercial, and there's a segment on being turned into a robot.
God damn.
Robotomy.
World
It's called Robotomy.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
My God.
It's so maybe it's that. Maybe it's Robotomy.
I feel like that's a lot worse than like getting roboticized. Like,
yeah.
I guess we'll find out once the show drops. Do we want to talk about like Sonic himself? Because he's kind of just got new shoes and gloves.
It's the same that we saw in all the concept art.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that
the shoes actually look nice now instead of just having these weird holes in them.
Okay, this was my one. That was my one thing. Okay, so I made a tweet on the Figure 8 account. I was like, "Wow, the concept art was real," and Ivan promptly made fun of me for thinking that the concept art wasn't real.
You deserve it.
But let me explain. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Let me explain. So when you see concept art, sometimes the concept art doesn't always translate to the final product, or sometimes it might be a radical difference. Like, so I wasn't expecting to see Sonic with like the shoes and shit, right? So I was like, oh, so that shit's real. Like it wasn't like they didn't like change it up at the last second. Like they're going with this like idea in this concept. So yeah, I thought that was really cool and interesting, and that guy definitely lost his fucking job. Unfortunate for him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just, I mean, same shoe look. They just touched it up finally. Gave it, just refined it a bit more. Now it actually looks pretty neat. I'll lie.
Well, the holes in the shoe were like textured. He still has like the texture on his shoes, but it's like
yeah. So I guess like, do these shoes just let him jump dimensions, or is he just gonna like keep falling in through like dimensions as the show goes on? Like portals will just open up, he'll fall in, and this is just shoes he gets from this dimension.
In the trailer we see he has a different fit in a different world, so it's probably that.
Yeah, this is probably like something exclusive to this universe, the same way how everybody else.
Like he has like a different outfit every time. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That's also what's teased.
You know what? Yeah, he's right, because there's a shot of. Oh, I guess we are going to the jungle one, because I'm looking at it. I found the shot. He's got a different set of gloves and shoes on, and he's got like a vine wrapped around his foot.
And you know what this is? You know what this is? What this is going to bring?
What?
This is going to bring Jack's Pacific the fucking money, because there's going to be 17 different Sonics on the shelf. Let's fucking go.
He's right. You know what? He's right.
You say that, but like one of the, I forget his name, but like one of the Sonic social media team members responded to a tweet being like, "I want this as a figure now," and he was like, "Okay." So that just fucking confirms it.
We're getting
we're getting a lot of Sonic Prime merch.
I mean, this is explicit. Like the whole concept of him having like different like fits is explicitly for the purpose of selling toys. There was never any ifs, ands, buts about it. So
it's also a mechanic in Frontiers.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess doing this for Sonic is. I was gonna say it would be a pain to do this. I mean, having to probably make new designs for like Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, or maybe even Shadow, Big if they're involved. Probably gonna be a bit more pain to just have to make new concepts and new rigs and all that. But I guess for Sonic, you could just literally swap out the gloves and shoes.
It's so easy.
$10 more right there.
Which Eggman action figure do you think is gonna come with the anti-homeless benches?
We'll talk about that because we got one more character design to talk about.
And it's alternate Rouge.
We got oddly fascist AU outfit Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
She's Rouge.
She's Rouge.
I don't care. She can handcuff me.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I like this outfit more than the like one she has just like in the normal universe.
I'm glad we ignored Liam right there.
Yeah, we do this all the time.
What did you say?
No.
I speak for the people. Anyway.
What if he completely muted his audio and no one heard this thing?
I don't know what does it for me with this one. I think it's the fact that she just got like sleeves now. These black sleeves that just look really nice. I don't know.
Okay. Also, there's something very interesting. And I wanted to bring this up before we talk about anything else, but like this like ensemble of characters is very interesting.
It is.
Because I know we're used to like the Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, because they've been kind of like designated as like the main, like the core 4 characters of the franchise in the past like few years.
Yeah.
And they're like and they're in everything.
Yeah, I guess Shadow as well if he's around.
Yeah,
I really like for some reason because we have this in Frontiers too. It's the same dynamic. It's just Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, and then Big's there, and Big's just in this show, and I kind of love what they're doing with him. How he's just around. He's just a big old guy, and he's always around to like witness things. And I'm like, that's my boy.
I just want that for Big. I want him just to be a character who just appears for no reason. He's just there.
That's like the best possible thing for him is just he just kind of shows up and there's no explanation of how he got there. He just is there.
Yeah.
and then he just kind of leaves. I don't know.
I think they
That's all he
figured.
is.
I think they figured out the best like formula for like their extended character, like their extended cast of characters, and like explicitly the so like Big is just kind of always there. He doesn't really have like any of like his like personality, I guess. I'm not sure, like besides like the fishing and being a big fucking cat.
Big oaf.
Like they got rid of the whole I'm looking for Froggy shit. Like I'm so glad. They got rid of that shit and like just let him just be a guy. He's just there.
He's just
He's got his
vibing.
life. He's just got his entire life figured out. He just wants to fish. Or
Who
who am I to deny him that?
It's because like I feel like the SA2 cameos are the perfect way for you to use Big in any capacity.
Exactly.
And do not make him playable under any circumstances. I don't want to play them.
Yeah, he's a side character, but he's also just kind of like a running joke that he's just around when you just least expect him. But yeah, just like the core cast, like obviously Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, but also Rouge is included with this, which is
Interesting.
It's interesting because she's always like you always see her with like Shadow, but I guess nowadays Shadow's kind of a lone wolf. But whatever.
She is usually just like a background character, here and there.
I think what they've been I think what they're trying to do, and I remember this. I think we talked about it like a long time ago with the whole like Shadow, Sega editorial mandates and shit. I think they're trying to like make Shadow this kind of like strike out on his own lone wolf character, which is very different from like how he's been. So like they're trying to separate him from like the groups and associations that he's been a part of. They're trying to make him like just solo, which is lame, but like also very. I think it's going to be interesting for his character going forward.
And no, he's gonna have no character.
It depends on what it depends on what they choose to do. It depends on what they choose to do because like either they choose to continue the fucking I don't run, I fight. That's what cowards do. Then he's not gonna get anywhere. But like let him interact with people is what I mean. Not like just have him fucking fuck off by himself. Like just let him interact with people.
I have a feeling since we don't see Shadow at all in like the other universe, I feel like he's just going to be in the first episode to fight Sonic for a little bit, just to put him in the trailers so people can acknowledge the show's existence. Because oh my god, Shadow, and then he doesn't show up for the rest of the show.
My god,
he's a bit odd. I hope he's a bit more involved with it. Like I don't know. I mean, Shadow's sorry.
What if Sonic Travel jumps into a universe where Shadow's like a nice guy and just like, oh, hey Sonic, you're my friend.
That's what I'm kind of hoping
for.
We're best friends.
That is the best possible out. That would be funny. Hilarious.
It would be cool if like he was like a kind of is, but a vigilante type character in a universe, and he's just like kind of the hero. Murderer.
That's canon Shadow. I'd like a universe.
No. He's a sociopathic murderer.
Sorry.
Where's that?
I want a universe where Shadow is deeply terrified of Sonic because the Sonic in that universe was a awful.
It's Fleetway Supersonic.
Yeah, like Shadow sees Sonic and he like trembles in fear.
Well, I mean, judging by that very concept art sketches of Sonic, we are going to probably see Super Sonic in the show eventually.
Probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Shadow's character and what he does, could be its own fucking podcast probably, but
yeah.
I mean, Ian Flynn is on his own podcast. He's talked about it a lot. So, like, really.
Well, I think now that he's in the writer's seat for the video games, he can do a lot more with the characters, you know?
He's also he's also story consultant for this show.
You would hope. You'd hope so. It's really just down to what Sega lets him do with the character, because it's a whole mess.
I just think the position that he's in now is probably like the greatest position because we know that he can handle these characters, so we know what, and we know that what he's capable of.
He knows who these characters are inside and out. Like he's the perfect person for this role.
I think as
Just don't
time
give Chucky
goes,
brain damage.
I think as time goes on, like Ian Flynn will probably have a bit more creative freedom since they'll trust him more with
good
the
future.
characters in the
Mhm.
future.
He somehow managed, I don't know if he did it himself, but he somehow managed to get rid of the two worlds thing.
Yeah.
It's not a
Was that
problem
him?
anymore. I don't know.
I'd like to.
But
I like to
he writes those Tails tube things. So
Mhm.
I like to believe that Aaron Webber is also giving him a little hand in that.
Yeah.
from heaven.
He's
not
dead.
fucking dead.
I can still hear him sometimes.
I'm sure Aaron Webber is just in the background, just on his computer constantly and like being like, don't, just trying to perfect everything.
Like you see a hand like reaching, and just like Seth's like, no, stop
Yeah.
it.
I don't think
He's Gerald Robotnik trying to reprogram Shadow, which is the Sonic franchise, from
Yeah.
the Arc, which is his Sega of Japan office.
Yeah, exactly.
did I say my piece on the alternate universe designs?
No,
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
I think you got a chance to say anything. Go.
I don't like them.
You don't?
Yeah.
I don't. I think they look kind of ugly, and I hope the other universes provide cooler looking designs. I
Knuckles
think
looks sick. What are you talking about?
he just looks like Knuckles.
His dreads are all cut up. That's edgy as hell.
It doesn't make any sense. That's hair.
It's skin now, okay?
That's
Live
gross.
with that.
That's like that means his head has like tendrils, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's like an octopus.
I don't like the
Sibling.
like the implications that the scars give on his
That's
hair.
just you.
But also, I don't know. I don't like the forces aesthetic. I guess that.
You're just not a big fan of the post-apocalyptic sort of resistance look.
No, not at
Terminator
all.
2 Judgment Day. Guess I don't know.
It's just I'm sure it's just like this one episode, so
Yeah.
I'm not like super uptight about it. But like we've seen it with Forces, and then for IDW it was like the same aesthetic for so long, and then we're seeing it here again in Prime, and it's been 5 years of seeing this aesthetic in Sonic, and I'm ready to move on.
If you said that on Twitter, all the replies would be like, "Oh, so you hate Sonic Prime? You want to show the
yeah, I do hate
to
Sonic
do that."
Okay,
I
Seth,
think it would be I think it would be cool if Knuckles was like the cyborg guy. I think it would make more sense because he's like the fighter, right? He's gonna go in and he's gonna be the one who's gonna get hurt the most.
he's missing limbs.
I don't know. I just think that Tails
is missing a limb.
he reminds me of mild like anti-Tails from Archie, and I hate that bitch.
Yeah.
I hate that bitch.
He's such a little shitter. But he's
I have to say this.
so fucking funny looking.
And I don't
this
like
this emo Tails looks very funny because I cannot take it seriously.
That's the point. That's the problem. I can't take it seriously either.
Well-
I don't like Rouge's I don't like her suspiciously fascist uniform.
That's just you.
You know,
that's just me.
you know what I have to say to everything that you just said, Seth. You want to know what I have to say?
But hold on, I gotta get my concluding sentence. I hope the other universes we get to see are provide cooler looking, more interesting designs. Also, they MCU-ified Sonic shoes, and I'm not a fan of it.
Well, seeing as we got the shadowy council of Eggman, I'm assuming each universe has its own Eggman. I'm guessing, and they've all just kind of collectively come together to just take over the world, all the parallel universes.
I think in the concept art we saw Eggman that kind of looked like negative Eggman from the Rush series. I will not get caught up.
Eggman N-word. We saw like a baby Eggman, and like in the and like what I think is actually cool about the Eggman versions that we get hinted at in the trailer. You see like their silhouettes; they're all vastly different looking silhouettes, which I think which I think was like is perfect. And then
Yeah,
like
like
you have these versions of like Sonic of like Tails, Knuckles, and they're just like Tails and Knuckles and Amy and Rouge, but their clothes are different. But their clothes are different, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like from the far end, you can see the baby Eggman, and the far right, you can see like a really old Eggman, like senile Eggman. I'll call him senile Eggman.
Yeah, and like the concept art, we see like a teenage Eggman with like a comb over and like headphones. Like there's variety here, and I think I hope we get to see more of that with the other characters' redesigns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Something I want to mention is like in the in the concept art we see Tails in like the Forces universe with like 9 tails. And now they just cut them all off.
The Forces
None of
universe.
them.
Yeah.
That's
He's the
true.
It's
Okay.
9-inch nails tails.
Okay, so Seth, what I had to say earlier was don't be a pussy, tweet that out right now, big bet. I'll retweet the shit out of it right now.
No, because then it won't be a surprise when people hear it in the episode.
No.
This is marketing 101, right? You don't
No,
spoil,
Seth,
you don't
you're
spoil
actually
spoilers.
okay. Let me just say you're failing marketing 101 by not tweeting out that absolute rancid opinion and then linking the episode directly underneath it so they can come at you and then send hate comments to the video and then we get more views and then the people that agree with you subscribe to the channel. That's marketing 101, motherfucker.
You see, he gets it.
I will tweet it when the episode is uploaded. How about that?
No, you tweet it the day before the episode's uploaded.
Okay.
Gives
Which
it
is
enough
like what,
time to get
today?
enough. Give it enough. So do it today. Give enough time to get some likes, a little bit of fire going up in the comments.
I have like
No,
99
everyone
I have
knows
like
that if you
99
plug something too
followers, bro.
late,
no one's gonna
if you
see
plug
it.
something too late, no one cares. They just don't respond to it. But if you plug it immediately afterwards, everyone sees it.
So do we have any more like?
Can we talk about the super anti-homeless bench in the Forces universe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We know Eggman is a fucking fascist, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously.
It's so crazy how consistently in Western media they have portrayed Eggman as a fascist dictator. I mean, like, yeah, he wants to make his own Eggman empire, but like, he's just a fucking crazy man who likes to make amusement parks.
I think it's interesting how in Western media Eggman is like he's like ruthless fascist dictator, especially like the old ones, and then in like more in Japanese media he's just like narcissist greedy capitalist.
Yeah, let me make this cool ass amusement park. Oh, check out my casino, dude. Like, holy shit.
People ask like, how does Eggman afford all of his robots? He gets it through the casinos. He owns them all.
Hey, oh my god. Eggman steals Native American land. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's called South Island.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Angel Island.
Eggman stealing from the indigenous people on Indigenous Peoples Month? Nah, this is insanity.
No.
This is insanity.
Did you know his name? Did you know his name was not actually Robotnik, but actually Columbus?
Oh, Dr. Columbus.
Oh no, bro.
Well,
I can't believe
Scratch and Grounder or Lewis and Clark.
I can't believe he sailed across the ocean blue, came to America, and started just enslaving the echidnas. That is just awful.
Installing the homeless benches.
Doc the Australian doesn't understand.
I don't.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Do we have any more thoughts about Sonic Prime? Like anything else we want to discuss before we move on to the big man of the show?
If Eggman is Columbus, that means him blowing up the moon is the Sonic Universe equivalent of 9/11.
Oh, shit.
I'm not acknowledging that.
God.
Show looks good.
Station Square is Hurricane Katrina. Anyway, we're moving.
Oh my god.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Dr. Eggman does not care about black people.
I'm gonna go shut my door.
God.
Oh god. Oh god. That's good.
I'm curious about the tone of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like how dark is this show?
Yeah, because they said one of the guys said it was like more serious than Generator Rex.
What?
Where are the fart
Really?
jokes?
Yeah.
Where's the
Generator
water
Rex
seven
got
coming from?
kinda.
Generator Rex is like has like racism allegories in it.
I thought it was that someone asked if it was more in line with because they asked a Man of Action person if it was more in line with reboot Ben 10 or classic, and then the guy said classic Ben 10 / Generator Rex.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a good
That's a good tone for
you know what?
Sonic.
I think if we're doing that, then you're definitely just gonna get like Alien Force energy.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Season 1 and 2 or season 3?
I'm thinking more season 1, 2, Dwayne McDuffie.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, fucking okay. So this is very off topic. But
The chapters in the description are going to be so hard to write.
Okay, so I've been reading. So like on TikTok, I get like on my For You page, I get like the little fucking clips of like Justice League Unlimited recently, and like Green Arrow says says literally word like verbatim, I'm a liberal. like they're having like a conversation about attacking like this like research facility or whatever because they kidnapped one of the Justice League members and shit, and they want to retaliate against them. And then he's like, guys, I'm a liberal and I'm scared of you guys. And I'm like, what? Green Arrow? What?
How does it relate to anything?
Because we were talking about fascism.
Because Sonic is a liberal.
There's just so there's and that show has like Dwayne McDuffie on it and shit.
It makes sense.
Yeah, they were just some strange ass like fucking some strange ass political undertones in that show, and I don't understand why, but I understand why at the same time. But anyway, Sonic Frontiers, just
less
a week
than
away.
2 weeks.
Just a week away. Just a week away.
November 8th.
Are we done talking about Prime? I'm trying to think about what the chapters now.
Yes, we're done talking about Prime. I just made the segue. Just a week away.
Seth, this chapter is going to be called "Moving On to New Frontiers."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because I'm here.
Yeah, we're here.
Across these new frontiers.
Mm-hmm.
And every day I fight this fear.
Yeah, fuck the pain away.
Just a week away.
I haven't been here in 7 months. Therefore, I have to correct myself. It was not Vic Fuentes from Pierce the Veil who sang the theme song. But goddamn it, I wish it was.
Maybe
you don't like 1OK Rock?
No, not that. Not I'm Here. When I'm Here came out, everyone was like, "Who's singing this song?"
You don't support. I forgot their name. You don't support
Octavio.
Small indie artists, Liam.
You know who you're talking to?
Anyway,
it should have been Pierce the
We all
Veil.
know,
Suck my
Liam. If
dick.
it's not on the topic, he won't listen.
So yeah, I know. Sonic Frontiers just a week away. I think now would probably be the best time for us to give final thoughts. Because you know what, Ivan, why don't you go first? Because I think you've got some interesting like thoughts about it.
Yeah.
I think the combat is the highlight, just like everyone else. But everything else, I'm still very, very scared, skeptical. I've seen problems ever since like the first trailer that are still there, and if I say it on Twitter, I'm going to get like my ass blasted, which is why I just keep my mouth shut.
Oh, say it on Twitter. Do it, pussy.
No.
Say it on here. Say it on here. Then say it on Twitter and then link it here.
No. Here's the strat. You say it on here, and then we disable the comments.
No, don't disable them. Keep them there.
It's fucking gross. I hate it so much. It's so bad.
Anyway, Ivan, keep going.
Oh, let's see. Poppin, the weird like when he's like boosting on the floor, his feet are like glued to the ground. So if he runs over small rocks, it's like whoa, what's up? What's going on, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Just very weird decisions that I'm not for.
It's
That's
We're
right.
gonna have. I mean, I think with this close, I think at this point we don't. There's not much else they can really do aside from maybe
No.
doing a patch later. But yeah, I think those are valid criticisms to have.
Oh, yeah.
Because yeah, I think the one worry that's probably big worry I've had is just like the combat. Where is it just gonna get too bottom mashy and
Repetitive.
boring?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
repetitive.
So there was one thing that I've been wanting to talk about for like a while. And okay, so I saw it on Twitter, right? And it was like Sonic official has just confirmed momentum in Sonic Frontiers. And it was on like the Sonic official stream or whatever. And bro's playing the game or whatever, hops on like a rail that's on like an incline, boosts up the rail, and then jumps off. And it's like, wow, Sonic carries his forward momentum off the rail. And I was like, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, he didn't change his pose, he didn't have like a cool little animation, he didn't even do a twirl. Like what? That's not that means nothing to me.
You could do that exact thing in Forces, and it was like almost word for word what they described, except speed's different because you can adjust it now.
Momentum's a very popular buzzword nowadays in this community.
Everybody wants momentum, but don't know what the fuck momentum is.
Everyone wants it, but they don't even know what momentum is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think someone's just described it as like pinball physics. That's what Sonic's 2D. That's always what it's been, like pinball.
They just heard a YouTuber say it, and now they tie the word with it being good or not.
Yeah. So watch Chalmix's video on the M word.
True.
So yeah.
You know what? I'm curious, Liam. Since you haven't been here for a while, but what are your thoughts on Frontiers right now?
Frontiers, I am cautiously optimistic. I share a lot of the same concerns and shit that Ivan has. I really fear that's going to get repetitive. It's how many islands have they said it is? It's 4 or 5?
5.
5
they
islands.
all the names too.
Love it. And from what I've seen, that combat and that skill tree, it's not leaving me a lot. I'm not the biggest like Bayonetta fan and stuff like that, and I don't think it's going to give me shit. I never want to
talk to you ever again.
Listen, I'll jerk off to the
You hate gay people.
Anyway,
what?
Good.
Anyway, ignore it. Ignore that. We can cut that.
No, please. We
anyway.
Fucking isolated.
Bold of you to assume that anything gets cut in this podcast.
Off. But I share a lot of those concerns. The popping really freaks me out. I've seen a lot of shit where if there's a lot of really fast platforming, you cannot see what's coming up ahead. Like it's like a lot of it is like you're carried by like springs and like speed pads and shit like that. But if that's not there, you can go flying off really quick if you can't see like half the shit.
Yeah,
that's coming to you, especially in those like the cyberspace stages. It doesn't happen nearly as much. When cyberspace, some of the level design bothered me. Like there's a point in the Sky Sanctuary Eclipse where Sonic comes off the rail, and maybe the goal ring is like 3 feet in front of him, but he goes onto a speed pad that launches him forward into another speed pad that goes to the right, and then that one on the right launches him forward, and then another one launches him to the left. And then it launches him just in the middle, and he goes directly into the goal ring. That all happens within the span of like 3 seconds, for like no reason. Like you could just go forward.
Yeah.
And I get really scared that a lot of that like level design is going to have that, and it has a lot of alternate pathways. But if all the alternate pathways are just like basically automated sections of cutscenes of a cyberspace level that I have no interest in, I'm gonna be like super concerned.
Yeah.
I want to say my weird take that no one's gonna agree with me, or that they're gonna tell me to shut up for.
What?
I said before, like I'm not that concerned about the combat because I think it looks cool, but also I just played Rise of Lyric and I thought it wasn't the worst. So I've experienced McDonald's tier gameplay, so I just take it.
That is another thing. I had when I saw the combat initially, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." But I saw like one like flashy move, and I was like, "This is Rise of Lyric.
Oh, so it's good.
That- There's
No, it isn't.
also
It's bad.
oh dear
Luckily,
God.
luckily, there's a lot more.
From what we've seen, there's
Yeah,
what we've
I
been
think-
shown. There's one skill tree, and I hope there's more that they haven't shown off.
I
don't
think
think so.
Probably not.
I doubt it. I have doubts, but we'll see what happens when we get our hands on it.
Yeah.
I think for I don't know. The way I see it, I feel like Cyberburst is probably going to be like the most part of the
Yep.
game for me, because it's just kind of the boost formula. But now they're kind of reusing levels from like other games like Green Forest and Skyrail.
Yeah.
Just wholesale have the levels taken and put into the boost formula.
Here is my stance on it. I'm not, even if the cyberspace levels suck, that's fine. I don't think that will actually impact the rest of the game, because they're basically pretty much glorified special stages, and the special stages in Sonic like 1 and 2 are dog shit. But everyone loves Sonic 2. Everyone says that the special stages in Sonic 2 are the worst, but no one says that Sonic 2 is a bad game because of it. In fact, Sonic 2 is a great game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got my own take on Sonic. I think I like Sonic 2. Sonic 2 is a good game. It's a great game. I just think, I don't know. I think it's a little overrated.
Well, Sonic 2 also has a much more base structure game that has a much more solid foundation than Frontiers has. Like Sonic 2, I don't have to deal with pop-in and like repetitive combat.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic 2 is some of the most fun level design and like some of the fastest gameplay that we had up until that point. Like like you're basically comparing like a pioneer to someone who's been like through it all. So if someone's like first shot at like reinventing the wheel, and then someone who like made like a wooden wheel in 2022, like it's not. I think I see what you're going for, but I think it's gonna be fighting with something that is way more legacy and way more timeless holding power against Frontiers.
Yeah. And
So tune into next year's Sonic hacking contest, where they're gonna make a mod for Sonic 1 that puts Sonic Frontiers combat into it.
Imagine. I just think okay, like I think that I'm gonna play it live on the channel in the coming weeks. We're gonna really see and get in the nitty gritty and figure out what this game is all about and how it feels. But like I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, this looks great, but then I see things like that fucking shit with the fucking rail, with the jump off the rail and the momentum and shit, and like the static animations and the fucking, and I'm just like, this is why people didn't like Sonic Forces. It's been fucking 5 years. Fix the shit. Like do something. Add another layer to Sonic. Like when I play like a game like SA2, and I can fucking do like the little, when you do like the somersault jump in like this is such a fucking minuscule thing, and like Sonic's jumping animation is a little different. I'm like, that's fucking cool, because it's like those little subtleties that make the fucking game. Yeah. I don't understand why it's like, I understand why, but like put a little more effort and put a little more like, you know, polish into the shit and into the game, and add something new. Give the characters personality. The reason why people love Sonic is because of like the personality, is because of the characters. And if anybody says they like Sonic purely for the gameplay, they're capping. They're lying. Because Sonic was sold off of the attitude. Off of like attitude. The 90s. The 90s are all about attitude and like being against the grain, a little edge to it. There's the WWE in the 90s, they call it the fucking attitude era, dude. Like for a reason.
His moveset should reflect his personality, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Style.
how you said with the somersault in SA2, he does the little jump out of it. He also does the little poses every time he lands a homing attack.
Yeah, I don't understand why
does it
these,
as well, but it's probably because they're reusing animations.
I just don't understand why these things aren't like.
Also,
It's
like even like in a realistic sort of way, like him boosting off the rail and then like staying in the same pose,
Exact same pose.
that wouldn't even happen in real life. Your body would move.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in SA2. It doesn't happen in Heroes. Heroes, like, and I'm saying SA2 and Heroes because those are the two games that I've played recently. So, yeah, hey, he doesn't do it in Generations either. It's like,
yeah.
I think I know I'll have fun with the game, but there is still just a lot more that could be polished, and just the game could look a lot better in a lot of ways. A lot more style could be added to, in my opinion.
I just hope, like, after this, they're not just gonna drop this and just like go into something else. I hope they just kind of refine this for like the next game, because
they said that this is what Sonic is going to be
for like the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years of just this game, and then we get the next one. Yeah, but I'm hoping. This is something I think, like, if this game does really well, and I'm hoping it does, like, a sequel would be much appreciated, because I don't know, there's a lot of things I could think you could add into it. Like, I know the drop dash is in this game, but also just like, where's the spin dash? Come on, brother.
On doing well, I think like the game is definitely not going to get 10s or 9s. I think the game will probably get 7.5s or like 8, maybe a couple 9s, but like I think it's going to be around like that area.
I think Sonic might even be too high.
Sonic reviews are weird.
They are
very fucking weird. Because so I talked about this earlier today, but Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast has an 89% on Metacritic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube has a 70.
See, I can explain you why. That's because Sonic Adventure 2 Battle came out a later time when games were even more developed and refined. So going back to a slightly older game, at least back then, people were like, "This is not as good."
Adventure 2 Battle came out like it was the same year.
Was it?
Yeah, they came out in the same year.
Really?
So Sonic Adventure 2 came out in June 19th, 2001. And then Battle was released December 20th. So like the games came out at the same time.
Sonic Battle has a lot of repetitive like you fight the same motherfucker like 10 times twice in a row.
I'm talking about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I thought you said Sonic Battle.
Well, also, you're comparing a game that was like, so like when a game gets re-released from the fucking Dreamcast onto GameCube with like no graphical improvements whatsoever, and it's comparing against Luigi's Mansion, like Resident Evil 4, Mario Sunshine, and shit like that. Of course, it's gonna be not as good in comparison.
Okay, yeah, that's fair, but like I just don't. It's the same exact game. You're playing the same exact game, so like, why is the score lower?
I think
video game journalism is bullshit.
It is.
I think it's important to remember that you should take all these like Metacritic whatever scores with a grain of salt.
Oh no,
I know,
but I always like to flex that Sonic Adventure is the highest rated Sonic game until Mania, so that everybody knows that my favorite game is better than theirs.
I should also mention that some Call Me Johnny was flown out to Hawaii and he got to play the game for 6 hours.
Yeah, crazy.
Like
crazy.
He got 6 hours.
Basically, like, they had like 3 different saves where at certain times they were, after playing like for a bit, then they would switch over to another island. So he didn't get to play like the entirety of an island. He just got to play in like sections, basically.
Yeah, he got to record it too, but he was allowed to record like the boss fights and anything else, like anything like story related or boss fights.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I think his opinion was like he liked it, he enjoyed it.
Yeah, his only
Like-
fear was that it could get repetitive and like
Mm.
he was like saying how like playing it for that 6 hours, it was kind of a little exhausting and he kind of like got a little bit bored. So it seems like the game is definitely more so better to play in like bursts,
Chunks.
you know.
Yeah. As the way it's structured, because like I had some fears. Like my concerns were just like traveling these islands. I'm worried that it's gonna get a little boring traveling this, because like I shouldn't compare it to Breath of the Wild, because
No, of
this isn't what Breath of the Wild is. It's just more akin to, well, I guess DLC. I mean, with the DLC, it's more akin to Monster Hunter and Pokemon Legends.
Yeah.
Which is like, I haven't played Monster Hunter, so I can't really give any solid opinions on what that's like. Legends though is more closer to what this game is, only it's a platformer, not like an RPG sort of monster catching game.
Monster battling game.
Yeah.
Because I think Legends is good. I think Legends works because I think, well, how do I put this?
I think
The areas you travel in, they're not particularly that interesting, but like it's the avoiding and it's the confrontation with Pokemon and just kind of like avoiding them or like deciding to catch them is what keeps you going with it.
Yeah,
Because like I'll be honest, traveling through Legends areas is kind of a pain in the ass.
yeah. There. Once you get the Braviary, that game, kind of just becomes like nothing. But
It's like
it
kind of loses all its steam. I think, but I would rather play that over like playing something like Brilliant Diamond, because it was something new for this series that hasn't really been touched upon, and plus it was also actually challenging for a change.
And I think like the open world, or like just open like zone concept, and applying that to an existing franchise, so like you have your blueprint already there. It does really well, and I think that's why Pokemon Legends Arceus was so successful in accomplishing what it sought out to do. And I think that's what's gonna make Sonic Frontiers successful.
It's a good base, at least for now.
Because even though he didn't get it to record it, what Johnny did say is that the boss fights in this game were like the best part of this game, which makes me excited to actually fight these things.
Yeah, me too.
Because from what I can tell, because from what we've seen of the boss fights, they are like their own like kind of like level in themselves, kind of similar to like how the Divine Beasts are like your dungeons, or whatever. So like that one boss fight where you have to run up the fucking legs of the robot, and then
Smiley guy.
Yeah, and then start breaking the shit on his back. Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Then there's the one with you have to use the side loop with the grind rails. So you gotta encircle it with the side loop. That's a cool that's a cool idea for a boss fight. And
that is.
Actually, I'm kind of curious, because obviously we know Supersonic's a part of this, but I'm curious, like, how early would you be able to get him with just how the game's structured? Because you have to get those keys to get into cyberspace to get an emerald, and all I'm thinking now is like, how early could you get Supersonic, like reasonably?
I'd imagine,
So I've been thinking about this. Because we don't know how the story's gonna go. But what if that like boss that we fight, that we saw like the Supersonic in the trailer, that is your introduction to the fucking game, is an introductory boss fight.
Oh, like Sonic
makes
X.
sense.
That'd be kind of badass.
Like an introductory robot fight. Sonic gets slammed into the fucking wall, and then he's like, "Nah, fuck this, I'm going super," and then fucking destroys the robot. But then Sage pulls up on him, and then Yaga takes the emerald, scatters them across like the fucking universe and shit.
That, or he just goes, he gets tossed, he goes super, but then the thing actually catches him, and like super's not enough, and then the emeralds just get like zapped out of him. And then he gets thrown through another pillar.
Yeah.
This is minor, but this is also the first Sonic game to ever like throw you into a cutscene or gameplay first, and then it gives you like the title drop, which is artistic.
Based. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Everything like concerns. Obviously, we're gonna have concerns, but like obviously, I think it's safe to say a lot of us are still very like looking forward to
Excited.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I
with-
said, I know I'll have fun. There's still
Yeah.
areas that are like could be better, but I know I'll have fun. I'll enjoy it.
I know from what Johnny said, like the first bit with just like the combat was kind of getting a little bit repetitive, but like he said, once you get the special moves, like it all starts to like get better from there.
Yeah.
I hope that the pop in gets patched at least.
I'm
Yeah.
expecting a day one
Time.
patch.
Maybe
I
just don't understand why they just don't either put a fog there or like because there's fog, right? Or like fucking fuck around with the render distance, do something, please.
There's tips and tricks that could be applied. I think the game will be fun though.
I'm expecting this to be a good time.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because Supersonic is going to be the way that we fight every single boss in this game, do you think by the end of this game, Sonic will have some sort of form beyond that of Supersonic?
I think
so,
he'll
like,
have
fellas,
like,
Go even further beyond.
They're gonna do it, fellas. They're gonna bring Hypersonic into the series.
He's coming back. He's back. He's back.
Maybe not Hypersonic, but I was thinking something more along the lines of like the storybook games where they do a new super form.
Cybersonic.
I think he'll have one of those. Yeah.
I'm expecting it.
That would be really cool.
I think what they might do. Sorry, let him go.
No, you do yours first.
I think what they might do is like how like he gets like the Pippi effect when he gets his arm.
Don't call it that.
Don't
Oh my
call
god,
it
bro.
It's the Pibby effect.
I like making
No,
you guys
shut
mad.
the
You know what the
I
one?
like Pibby Sonic.
You know, before you got here, I went on Twitter and on my trending tab, I saw Pibby there, and I got really upset.
Anyways, he's
because
gonna
of
get
you.
like fully. He's gonna get fully consumed by the fucking glitch or whatever, and that's gonna be his new form.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
Kanye.
You
He's
reckon?
gonna be
Sonic.
the glitch.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
They call me the
I wanna-
glitch from Rick and Ralph 2.
I don't know. I don't think Supersonic's gonna be like every boss fight because you would actually need to get the emeralds first. Like
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I was
expecting.
thinking.
Right, but that's the only way. So the way the boss fights work is that Sonic, like regular Sonic, cannot deal damage to them. He has to have the super form.
Is that was that who said that?
So
I think
no,
it was Kishimoto or
you
Izuka.
get-
I'm not sure.
you do get all the emeralds on the first island. People
Really?
during the demos figured out how to. Okay, they didn't figure out how to get all the first emeralds within the first time, but every placement is now known. Like people have like played it enough times where they know. So yeah, the end of the first island is a supersonic boss fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is actually
interesting.
like a
There's-
guide on how to get the emeralds already.
There was even like
Oh my
a
God.
Japanese commercial, I believe, recently that came out where you see Sonic fighting like the big Titan thing.
Yeah.
Recently.
I think that thing actually has a name now as well.
I've been calling it Boris.
I think it's what is it? Boris. All right,
It's
you know what?
gigantic.
Whatever name it
Yeah,
has is not
Boris.
going to top Boris.
It's Boris.
Where-
I just
It's
think
called
it would be.
It's called Giganto or Giganto.
I
think.
Gigantus.
Giganto.
I think it would
Gigantus.
be more interesting.
Wait, Matt, can I say my thing first?
Yeah.
I think I like Ivan's. I don't know what to call him. That's the Pibby effect. I like the Pibby effect, kind of being like the flame in Secret Rings a little bit, where like it's holding Sonic back and he's like getting hurt throughout the game. But I think it'd be really cool instead of giving him like this new form to fight with. I think at the end of the game, the final boss should just be fought base form, but with like the Pibby effect all around him as he's like trying to beat it. So like you beat it in like your normal form, but it's like a last ditch effort. So like there's so much more tension in it.
Hmm.
I feel like that's so much cooler than like having it just be like, oh, it's supersonic, oh, something beyond supersonic. Like then it's just
What if
I
you
feel
did
like that's
both?
I feel like doing both then like undermines it too.
I think like having supersonic be like what has to fucking happen, what has to be used is like I don't like that. I would rather like, you know, I would have rather you get the fucking Chaos Emeralds throughout the story and throughout like through progression, not like in the opening fucking area. Maybe.
I think what it is that like you lose them after every boss fight, so you have to collect them again.
That's
usually-
stupid and
Should I
repetitive.
explain since I know? Or
Is
Do you wanna
it
say?
information that Sega themselves has revealed?
I do not know.
Then don't.
I think it's safe to assume it does that in every other forms of like Sonic media, especially Sonic X. It's like every time he uses it, they get scattered across the fucking universe, and it seems like they're taking a lot of influence from that era of Sonic. So I'd say, yeah, they all get scattered.
That's cringe and
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I don't like the fact.
Oh,
that
I know. Yeah, that was confirmed in an article. I remember that. That was official. Like, you have to collect the emeralds again.
Yeah.
Every island.
Okay.
Because
Looks
a
like
lot of the emerald keys are rewards from being cyberspace, and if there's only cyberspace on the first island, that'd be really fucking dumb.
Cool. Well, all I know is that moment I'm getting this game, I'm not wearing the normal shoes. I'm putting the soap shoes on immediately.
Hell yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
subscribe.
I'm
Make sure you
I'm
subscribe
not-
to that fucking newsletter, bitches.
not. I will also get the Monster Hunter DLC, and maybe I'll find a way to get the Corona stuff.
The pre-order shoes they announce when you get like the deluxe version of the game are like very ugly. I don't like them.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I completely forgot about those like leather shoes entirely.
Oh,
brown
the
and
Tims?
muddy.
Tim's.
Yeah.
For those who are unenlightened, explain what that newsletter is and how to get the soap shoes.
It's a
Okay.
newsletter. It's most games have newsletters. It's that no one reads their fucking email, so no
Okay,
one gives a fuck.
here's the thing. Maybe not everyone plays a lot of video games that have newsletter DLC.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Explain
To
how you get
enlighten
When I say
our
most
users,
games, I mean most AAA games.
to enlighten our users, they announced a little sign-on bonus for if you sign up with. They have an official Sonic Frontiers newsletter that they send out through your emails, and if you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll get a code. Depending on what version of the game you're going to buy, you'll get a code that gives you the SA2 soap shoes, or the what are they called now? The 2G high speed.
The high speed shoes.
Yeah.
The high speed shoes, which is what they call now because soap is no longer a brand.
They are, but it's Heelys.
2G high speed shoes, yes. Or the soap shoes, as everyone else knows them as. And
You can
And
sign
everyone's-
up for the newsletter via the Sonic
Oh,
Frontiers
it's such a
website.
cool tagline.
Yeah.
and because we're
For a
all
limited time. I think
Until
it's-
January.
yeah, until
and
January.
because we are all SA2 whores, we all jumped on that immediately.
Wait.
All right. Maybe
Okay,
I
buddy.
didn't.
Oh my god, big
Um,
Sonic news. My credit score just went up.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have anything else to say about Frontiers that we haven't already said?
I've got
Yes.
nothing. I'm exhausted. I've exhausted.
Yeah,
I got nothing. I'm excited.
Liam.
I'm just ready to play.
I'm going to steal my copy of Sonic Frontiers. I'm kidding.
Of course you would.
Aw,
Matt,
Um,
Ivan, anything left to say about Frontiers before the
had
game goes
something.
gold?
Give me a second.
What?
Okay. Matt, what you got?
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
Are we all
I'm
done?
just-
Cool.
Wait.
I guess
Damn it.
one last thing I'll just say we don't have to have a discussion about, but issue 54 of IDW Sonic came out, so I'll go buy it.
No.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
what the
we're
fuck?
not gonna. Yeah.
I
think it's
still
out.
can't find issue 53.
L.
Yeah, but that's all I'll just say. Just like free little promotion for Sega there. Hire me.
Oh, I just remembered what I wanted to say.
Say it.
Okay.
Fuck uploading just the prequel comic on Twitter, nothing else, and not in the game itself. What the hell's wrong
Oh
with
yeah,
you?
no, fuck that shit.
It's so dumb.
Fuck that
It-
shit. It's cute art, but also fuck you. Like, just release it all at once instead of just two panels.
Put that shit in the game, bruh. Put that shit in the
Yeah.
game.
You
Man.
don't even
They've
Well,
need
we're
been
to
doing
getting-
it since Lost
We're
World.
also getting a 2D
That was almost
animated
10 years
short with
ago.
Knuckles, so
Oh, yeah,
that'll
when
be
is-
something.
Holy
Never
days.
mind.
I'm
Kino's
expecting
coming.
it this week. I'm expecting this week.
Probably.
I'm calling it
They're
now.
definitely Monday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, you reckon?
They should at least put it in the gallery, like in the menu or something.
That's what I'm saying.
They should put it as an extra, but yeah, I think that's
Okay.
everything we have to say about Frontiers.
Okay, bada bing, bada boom. I thank you guys for listening to this fucking episode and all that good shit. Remember to follow and subscribe to Figure 8 on all social media platforms, or I'm gonna come to your house and throw rocks through your window.
And I'm proud to announce the Figure 8 OnlyFans is being started today.
You'll get to see pictures of
Liam wearing a Burger King crown.
I just heard my name.
Bye, everybody.
Oh,
make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, and also
Happy
make sure
Halloween.
to. And before we end, also make sure to keep an eye out for new episodes of UA Anime Club, the Figure 8 podcast where the people they watch My Hero Academia and
Well, Matt, how are they gonna?
That's gonna be a little hard, see, because you killed the original Seth.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. You literally killed one of the hosts of the show.
Shut up!
I mean, like, I guess I could fill in. I got the same like memories, but you
I
know.
hope this Seth has better takes.
Who cares? Holy shit! Shut up!
Oh my god, Seth Android.
You think fucking Micah and Poyo can do this on their own, bro? What have you done? What have you done?
Probably.
I didn't ask you.
Yeah, I gotta be
We should
oiled.
cut the budget for the club.
What?
We should cut the budget for the club.
What budget?
We need more in the trust fund.
What?
Anyway,
Stop saying it.
See you next adventure, everybody.
See.